Hello everybody, my name is Rest of Toasty, and welcome back to some more Timberborn. In the last episode, I left off with one mildly functional district and two completely non-functional districts. However, this time, I have managed, somehow, to get this district fully functioning, though there are some issues that we will talk about soon. And this one, the wood district, is partially functioning. We do have trees. We are full on logs everywhere. We're not building or making anything with them, which is fair. So we have two of these irrigation towers up and running, and the rest of them are all messed up. And you see that there are some trees over here that are irrigated, because for fun, I decided to flood this small portion of the map. So now, just this entire area has water in it, and I'm actually, once this whole wall gets built, there is one dam, and the rest of it is all levees. I'm gonna raise these up even higher so we can have more water left over, right? Of course, right now we're in a drought also for the next 4 days, which isn't good because we have not a whole lot of water left over here. Speaking of which, there's a big issue that we are facing. We don't have enough water in this pond, so these guys keep, like, draining it out, like, the entire thing. And as you can see, if I click on this guy, I do have roads down here now, so they reach, like, this entire lake everywhere. Now, the reason for that is because today I want to get into making explosives. Now, if we come into the wood shop, down here there is a paper mill. You can turn logs into paper. And then somewhere else, there is an explosives factory. You can turn just paper into dynamite. I don't know why that makes any sense, but apparently it does. But to get here, as you can see, we do need planks, which we have. We also need gears, which we don't have. And we need metal blocks, which we double don't have. The goal for today is to find a good place, build 2 different districts. We need one district for things like paper and gears, and then we need to make a district for the metal, like the ruins and whatnot. I think we should start with the wood one, because a lot of the stuff going forward needs the gears, which we don't currently have. Okay, so we can move people, we can migrate people here, right? I can also go ahead and put down some storage things, because they're going to need a lot of the logs, not really the planks as much, since they're going to be making it here. This can be the logs, I mean. These can be planks, and then these can be the gears and the paper. I'm gonna have to make some more of those. We'll extend this out somehow, somewhere, with more storage. These will be logs. Let's say 2 of these can be planks, and then... Oh, you can't store gears here? The gears and the paper, I guess, need to go... Yeah, they need to go into the warehouses. So, all those are good. They just need to get built. So we need to do this part with the gears and the paper, and then we can start building over here some of the metalworking buildings that require the gears and the scrap to make it. I just looked at this monuments icon, like completely not related to what we were talking about before, but I just looked at this icon for the monuments. I only just now realized that this is a pillar and this is like a beaver. I thought this was a tree wearing pants. Anyway, unimportant. Alright, so now we're going ahead and building the construction buildings. Kind of getting there. Oh, we need gears for that! Shoot! Change of plans. We are going to mark this one down, and then do this, right? So this one has power from those guys. So this will get built last, since we apparently need gears for that, and I wasn't aware. And then these will get built, right? So we can have power. Start making some things. And we should probably actually make some more of these, since these only take the 1 worker, and they take quite a little bit to make the planks and the gears. 3 hours to make a single gear, right? So we're probably going to have to extend that. I think I can actually just delete this for now, since we're not going to use it, and then kind of copy these 2, like, this way a little bit, just to go ahead and get some more. Why are you 2 homeless? Oh, because we need 11 people, and we only have housing for 9. Let's build another one of those. Whoops. My bad. This is a little bit of an urgent situation, because I am just realizing that we're going to need more people for here with the water. If we're going to need more water, then we're going to drain this area out faster. The faster we drain this out, the more people die, which obviously is very not good. So we need to get to the explosives really quick. I think the explosives factory takes the metal, which means we should probably also start working on that stuff down here. And we do have gears now, right? So we can make a smelter. We're going to need a few of these smelters, right? Because it takes 4 hours to make one of those bar things. It also requires 200 horsepower, which each one of them then needs like a few windmills on its own. And then they need housing over here. This is a little bit mucky, but it's fine. I think I'm going to put the smelters kind of out here. I can go ahead and put down some storage. We need this storage for the scrap metal. And then we can put down some more storage along this. And we can do the underground piles now, since we have the gears, now that I think about it. This is why we need the batteries, so that we're not relying entirely on windmills having wind. Okay, so we're making paper now too, right? Yeah. Not a whole lot of it, but paper. Okay, so this is working for now. Not by a lot. If this drops too much lower, we won't have enough horsepower. And of course, that's only for these 4, so that could get even worse. Just have to see. Okay, what are the distribution settings for these guys? Let me see. I think these guys have too low an export threshold on the carrots. Let's say 50, because the number of people here is actually, I think, almost less than the number of people in the other districts combined, food-wise, right? And these guys already export most of their water. Wait, hold on. What is the export threshold? I have to Google that, because I just realized it might have been something completely different than I thought it was. Okay, did a little bit of research, and I think these export things, these export thresholds, actually means they'll only export when they get to that point, which means I should turn them way down. Why aren't these guys getting many carrots? See, they're importing the carrots, right? They're just not doing it that fast? Or something? Nobody has any food. Why does nobody have any food? I swear. What is you people's problem? Why can't you give out any food? Okay, I'm gonna do some experimenting and try and figure out this issue of why beavers are starving, but then these guys aren't giving up anything, but then... Do I just have to export them, like, faster? Whatever, I'll figure this out. Okay, it's been a little bit, but I did manage to solve the main issue. So the biggest problem was that the carrots weren't getting distributed correctly, so they were just kind of sitting here. But I've switched these ones, so this one is now bred, which is, I'll talk about that in a minute. These two are now set to supply goods to other warehouses. So the haulers, these guys right here, if there are any in these, they will automatically be taken to other warehouses, like this one up here as well. And then there's one down here somewhere, carrots. Now, that's helpful because these guys, instead of having to run all the way down here and pick up just like a few and then go back, they only have to pick them up from like right here, so it's a lot quicker. And then these guys can do the same thing, take it from here to a nearby warehouse, and then that can distribute it or take it here, and then it'll go to this one or whatever. Not that one, that's gears. So we have a lot better distribution now, is the main thing. And secondarily, I've started replacing some of the carrot fields with wheat fields instead, because the carrots technically give you more per whatever than the wheat does. You get 3 carrots every 4 days. And with the wheat, you get 3 carrots every 10 days, so it's not as much. But you can take the wheat and process it into wheat flour, and then take that wheat flour and process it into bread. Simply just better per thing. Of course, it does take longer to grow individually. And this one should be taking in those metal beams, but it's not. Huh? Well, now it says it is. Did it change? It did. So I guess they'll take them now. Yeah, okay, and that'll go either to here. Okay, so they're gonna go and build my gravity battery. I built a gravity battery, by the way. They're gonna go build my gravity battery now. I did also kind of thin this water stream out to increase the flow through here so that these guys hopefully produce more power. I think we can also actually get to the point where we're making the dynamite since we have so much of this paper now. I can probably put in one of them explosive shops nearby, probably, but there's a bunch of stuff blocking everything, so quite possibly not. Let's see. This can get built because we have the metal blocks here, you know, that are crossing this whole direction. This guy has started, somewhat slowly, but it's fine. You're using a lot of horsepower, though. I think I'm gonna, like, add another windmill or something. Goodness me. Yeah, you should be fine, and you'll make explosives, right? And then, where are the explosives stored? The warehouses. Okay, so I can put that down, and you'll make the explosives. And then, if we get those over here, then we can go ahead and mark those in this area. Alright, I have largely put down the explosives everywhere they are needed. I'll put them down in these little corners. So I just kind of have to wait for them to get to that point. I mean, we're making them just kind of slowly. But I will be back once they have filled this up and we can start breaking things down. Okay. It took a little bit, kind of left it overnight, but I have now, we're in the middle of a drought, so it's kind of useless, but I have now finally gotten all of these bombs placed. I decided to just get rid of all the paths as they placed down these bombs, and I didn't count them, but while they were building it, it was like, it was 1,800 constructions without materials in this little list down here, so I think now there's like 2,000 some explosives here, and I think we can just come and mark one of these ones and say, blow it up, right? And that should... Oh no, we don't need a beaver. Oh! Oh boy, it's lagging very hard. The water drops down immediately, but we've got a deeper river now, or a deeper lake, and the water should continue filling back up, right? To this point. It might take a little bit, though. And now we can also start to get rid of these guys and put down bombs here, like that. Easy enough, although we might need to make more storage, yeah, for the logs. Okay, we have our water thing fixed up, and we essentially now have almost doubled the amount of water in this reservoir, which is, pretty good, and we actually do have a drought coming up after one more day, so we can see how this kind of works with how much more water is here now. We can see if this actually helps anything. If it doesn't, I'll be very sad that I just went to all that effort for no reason. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. We've also now lowered all of these guys to the right level. Oh yeah, and quick discussion while we're still waiting for the drought. We have now a lot of bread. As you can see, we've got nearly 5,000 bread, and I think we are making bread faster than we're using it, which is great, which means one of two things. Firstly, it means that we don't really need to make that much more bread. I've got all of it connected to power and beavers now, which is great, even though it looks kind of ridiculous. Oh yeah, I also have 79,000 science, which is hilarious, because I've already unlocked literally everything all the way down, so I mean, maybe in a future update there will be more of a use for science points, but right now I don't need them. Okay, eventually, this little small reservoir will empty. We won't have this flow power anymore. We'll just have to rely on the gravity batteries, of which there are now 3 over here. So, yeah, I'm gonna do, it's a 9-day drought, too, so this is a long one. I'm just gonna go ahead and watch this. Let me put down another stream gauge right there. I'll just go ahead and sit y'all here so you can watch the stream, the water. where it goes, what it does. It's just a time-lapse, quick time-lapse, 9-day drought. This is fun. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so that worked pretty darn well. The drought has ended. We've got water coming in, and we didn't run out of water in this whole reservoir, not that whole time. Which is great. That's awesome. We've actually accomplished a goal today. That's not normal. That doesn't happen very often. It's actually a very rare occasion. We have accomplished all of our goals for the day. We've got a metalworking district here making the bars, the metal blocks anyway, quite a lot of them. We've got our woodworking district over here making paper, gears, and explosives now. We've gotten our gravity batteries all set up, so we're less likely to run too low on power. We've got water going, and one of our side goals that I just started doing was bread, and we've actually, done that, like, a lot. It's great. We have bread everywhere. Bread is all the places. We are doing much better than I had ever expected we could do, but we're doing it, you know? I think this is the first episode that I have ever managed to get through the entire thing without, like, a full-on wipeout of an entire district. I'm proud of this. This is not normal. We did it. We're playing the game. We're playing the game. I should have paid a little more attention to where I was putting all that wheat. Anyway, let's ignore that. Next time, we could move on to making printing press, making books. I think now what we want to do is get our well-being score up, because we have most everything that's like a necessity already set up and running. We just kind of need the non-necessity stuff that, like, is just for fun, I guess. The well-being stuff. You know what? The happy stuff. Could get on with Tapper's Shacks, making some maple syrup, and then the fancy wood. We could do fancy wood. We could also start doing bot, robot. We could do bot, robot, indeed. Yeah, okay, next episode, we're going to start off with books for fun, and then we're going to do some Tapper Shack stuff and see where it goes from there, what we can do from that point forward. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Helps me out quite a bunch, quite a lot, quite a little bit. And I will see you for the next episode in I don't know how much time. Maybe it's done in a few days. Maybe it isn't done in a few days. I don't know. Comment down below. I don't know what you would comment about. Something, I guess. You could comment about something. Have a nice day, I think. I don't know what else to say right now. Bye, I guess.